right, listen, it's the afternoon ride, and y'all are tapped in 935 Kday, and you know it's only right that we have Hit Boy and Big Hit in the building. Now, really quick, we are so excited. You don't understand. Everybody in this room, fans. You know, we love what you're doing. We've been seeing you guys everywhere. You guys are getting so much media right now. You're all over social media, and I love the story behind it. Like, you know, producer, you've worked with everybody in the game. Your dad, you know, was locked up at the time, gets out, goes back in. But the story touches me because I grew up with my father in and out of jail. So I just thought it was normal to go to Wayside and to Hatchetby, and it just what it was.
Right.
But first of all, you know, I just want to say, like, you know, Big Hit, being in prison and watching your son become one of the biggest producers in the world. That part right there. How did you feel? You're like, that's my son. He come from the tree of Big Hit. You know?
Yeah, amazing. Just, you know, it's a dream come true. Like seeing everything manifest. Like I wanted to break the ice first, but he broke a record.
Going in and then you coming out and now working with him. I recently saw an interview that you did, and you had said that. And you made a good point real quick when I read this article. You said, I'm tired of the producers. You know, we don't get any of, you know, the status. We don't get the recognition. These artists are going out and performing these songs and they're making millions of dollars. And you said something that I never thought of. You said, take the music out. Yeah. Take the beat out and let them go on stage a cappella and see how. And I'm like, damn, I never thought of it that way. I really didn't.
It's just facts, man. You know what I mean? And it's like I said, you know, it's just when you fighting and trying to get just like a something that you owe, you can't go to any retail, any type of store, any place, grab the product, leave with the product, go do what you want with it, and then be like, I'll pay you, you know, when I'm ready, or I'll pay, you know what I mean? It's like, this is the only job I feel like people can do that, and it's kind of insane to me.
Have you ever thought of, like, with other producers, there's so many different dope-ass producers out there, like, even coming together and doing something about it? Because when I read that article, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Yeah. You know, and I never even thought about it like that, especially in the producers. We don't think of that. We just hear the music, and we're the audience, and we're the listeners, and we just vibing to it, basically.
No, for sure. Yeah, most people don't even understand that they're listening to a beat. All they really hearing is their favorite artist. They seeing the visual, they seeing that face, and, you know what I mean, that's what most people, that's if you're not really, really into music, you really might not even know what a producer is, you know what I mean, to this day. So it's just crazy.
Oh, man. Now, you come out. First of all, let me just say something. This project, let's talk about it. Paisley Dreams, right?
Shout out Game, man. Real
so it was supposed to be like one song. Y'all go in there. It's like a whole album. What was that chemistry like that moment where you're like, we're about to make a whole album?
Oh, shit. I mean, after we just did that first one, I mean, it happened so fast. It was like, I don't know, it just happened so fast. We just did it like.
But did you know in that moment, you're like, did you feel that vibe and you're like, let's do a whole album? Or was it just vibe? Was it just music after music, song after song?
I feel like it was progressive. Like we made the first song, boom, okay, load the next one up. Did the third one, fourth one, and after that, it was like, man, we might as well make a whole album tonight. And you know what I mean? Everybody had the energy, and we put all the energy in there and got it to, you know, come out. We started it, Friday, and it was out by Monday or something like that.
That's crazy. Yeah. First of all, one of the songs, Bang, is like one of my favorites at the gym.
That's hard.
Yeah, it made me feel a little cheat up sometimes when I'm there. I'm on that treadmill, I'm like, yeah, what's up?
That's that West Coast, man.
I love it. And then recently, what I think is dope is that you guys actually pulled up and you sold merch out of your trunk.
Merch and CDs, yeah, that's the whole thing.
I love that because that's the era of Kday. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
That footwork, that putting in that people don't do anymore.
Yeah, it was just about empowerment for us, you know what I mean? Putting something out into the world and really letting people step into what it is we trying to get across. Like, we not chasing nothing. Like, we just gonna really see who rocking with us. And we threw multiple events. People, you know, came through, bought hella CDs, bought merch, got, you know, autographs, met Big Hit, and it's just been a success in my eyes, you know what I mean?
Does it blow your mind sometimes, though, the reception that you're getting from people coming out? Only because, you know, my uncle did like 33 years and then came out, and it was a big difference with him. When he came out, he was watching us very closely, and I remember he made a comment, and he was like, y'all live fast. You don't sit down and you don't take time to really just talk to people. Everybody's on their phones and stuff. So the fact that you come out and it's like, oh, this love right away, is it a little overwhelming?
I wouldn't say overwhelming. I'm just, I don't know. It's just living this real life right now.
Yeah.
How you say it?
But it's different, Big
Real
Hit.
time.
Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
real
listen,
time.
if we could talk about it, you were in the hole for 4 years.
Yeah.
Shit, longer than that, you
yeah,
said.
I mean,
How
which
long?
one? I didn't 9 years in the shoe, but and then
But that gotta be
different little
somewhat from going
situations.
from that experience to now you're out and you're getting photos and people are talking to you. It
Yeah.
gotta be a little different.
Yeah, I mean, when you envision it, you know what I'm saying, you isolate yourself and you envision that, it's kind of like, damn, I feel like I'm overdue, even though I haven't reached my peak yet, you know what I'm saying, we still on the
Still
ride.
scratching the surface. It's only been 9 months since he been home. You know what I mean?
Right,
We
but it's crazy
made a
how
lot of progress.
so much noise in 9 months.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of the idea. Like, it's because we're making up for lost time. You know what I mean? Them 9 years went by, and I was out here figuring it out. When
When
just
you were
doing
figuring it out, were you staying in close contact,
Yeah, of
with
course,
Pops
at all
to kind of
times.
guide you
Yeah,
from where
for
he was
sure,
at?
For sure, at all times. And, him having access to phones and shit like that, I'll be able to send him beats, send him songs. He was rapping on the intro for my project Surfer Drown Volume 1 from the prison cell. Then on Volume 2, 3 months later, he was on 9 out of 10 songs. So, you know what I mean? That's just like inspiration.
When you're doing your music and when you're producing, does his opinion really, really matter when he hears a song?
Nah,
It's your
for
father,
sure.
it's
Yeah,
Pops.
I mean, even beyond that, he just
Yeah.
he a dope artist. You know what I
Right.
mean? So it's like you want dope artists to like what you do. So you know what I
Exactly.
mean? He'll put his input in, tell me like, oh, you should do this or whatever. Like we be open with each other.
No, I love the relationship that you guys have. It's like father son, but more or less friends. And we talked about it off camera. We're like, this is gonna be dope because I feel like you're working with somebody that you completely, fully trust.
Yeah.
And you know that you work with these different artists, and sometimes you may produce for them and you can't get them on the phone, but you got a solid artist. He got your back for life. Ride or die. It's your Pops. You know what I mean? This is, to me, the dream fucking project right here.
Nah, 100. I can agree. And just going through the game and giving people hits, or even winning Grammys with people, and then it's like you really not even that cool with them. It just feel way better
That's
on a human level. You know what I mean?
But I'm glad that you talk about it because a lot of people don't understand what he's talking about is nothing new in the industry. Like this happens all the time. Just very few people voice it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and that's something that I'm not cool with a lot of dudes right now because I say what I want to say. You know what I mean? And I say it straight to people. So, certain relationships that I used to have, you know what I mean? I may not even be cool with dudes, but like right now, this shit with us, with me and my Pops, like I feel like can't nobody take that away but us. Like it's like
No, for
it's
sure.
on us to keep the hustle going, to keep the work ethic up, and we gonna get everything that's supposed to come to us.
From being behind bars, Big Hit, what was it like being a father behind bars and really trying to guide your son? That has to be tough. I mean, I understand it. My dad did the same thing for me. I'm a little different. I'm a girl, so he was a little nervous that he wasn't around too much. But how is it being a father behind bars, and how difficult can that be?
Shit, you really can't be a father behind bar. You can put your input, you know what I'm saying, through letters or whatever, but being just being a fucking family member behind bars is hood. They try to break up family ties. I stayed on restriction, so like I couldn't even get stamps, shit, and that was something that you basically get. Just I can't even go spend my own money at the store,
In the
what I'm saying?
commissary?
So, yeah, commissary packages or whatever. But I try to just give my input, as far as like experiences I've been through or whatsoever, and what I would do in certain situations through kites and then the phone whenever I did get the phone.
Now, I know that there was and if you don't want to talk about it, I'm cool, but there was a moment where you got beat by 12 sheriffs, right?
Yeah.
What do you want to see changed in the prison system when it comes to Black and brown communities? Because these sheriffs, these officers are supposed to be there to protect, but who's watching them?
Yeah, I mean, shit, it's a system, like they above the law, man, shit. I mean, it's a game, shit. But at the same time, I mean, when you bring it to their attention and try to press, full speed ahead and not really giving a fuck about the repercussions, like I'm gonna do, you know what I'm saying? When I get my bread, I'm gonna bring some shit to the light. But at the same time, it's like, I mean, what can you do? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When you got, you know, you got the judges on your team, you got the lawyers, all them motherfuckers
Sometimes it
in
feels
the
like
same, on the
everybody's
same
against
squad.
you. Yeah.
You know, your lawyer and the DA, they come from the same, you know, guild. You know, they all up under the same bar.
Do you feel pressure though? Like now that you have this platform and everybody's receiving it and everybody's cheering you on and you've got villages just behind you. Do you feel like when you do establish, you're like, I'm going to do something. I got to speak up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's a roadmap. That's just all a stepping stone, you feel me? I'm going to give it to him. He holding me back. I wanted to say a lot. You know what I'm saying? He got the choke chain on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, you know, whenever, you know, everything is timing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of people probably can't accept it, you know what I'm saying? You know, I don't want niggas to receive it in the wrong way or whatever. But it's a lot.
You got a lot of OGs in the game, from Foxy Brown to Snoop Dogg to Joe Budden, bigging you up, showing you love. How does that feel? First of all, Uncle Snoop, come on, let's just talk about it right there.
Man,
I saw you in the studio with him.
Shout out Snoop.
Yes.
Oh God. Yeah, I mean, it's a number of love, you know what I'm saying? It's man, it's a number of love, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's a dream come true. I used to literally be dreaming about this shit, you know, in the studio with you know, celebrities.
Well, not just any celebrities. Like Snoop Dogg is the biggest hip hop international superstar.
For sure.
Yeah.
You know,
sure.
and the fact that he's in there, and we saw the videos, and we saw you guys, and we saw you vibe, and I'm just like, man, that has to be dope. I don't even know what that feels like.
Nah,
like
even for me though, just thinking back, like when I was a little kid, like
Right.
elementary school, people would see pictures of my dad and be like, "Yo, he remind me of Snoop Dogg." Ever since I was in elementary, so to see them actually,
How was that
you
for
know,
you? Like
get
just
cool,
watching.
take a picture, and then people in the comments like, "Yo, they look like, you know what I mean? They look like they could be really cousins and shit
Right.
like that." It's just crazy.
See, and it's crazy because like I get that, but then when I hear your music and when I see your swag, I'm like, I always tell the girls, I'm like, he remind me of Nipsey. Like he got that Nipsey aura to me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, rest in peace, Nip, man.
Absolutely.
Nip was definitely he was a supporter of the music we made. You know what I mean? When he was out, I mean, you know, when Pops was out last time, Nip was just telling us like how much of a fan he was of what we was doing. So you know, just like
No, I
rest
love
in peace
that.
to bro.
Hippo, you got Beyonce. Let's talk about it. Travis Scott, Lil Wayne. Now shout out to J Lo and Lotto. I mean, come on, you are still doing it. Like, how does this feel? You're working with Jennifer Lopez, first of all, who is like the baddest.
Yeah, and
you know?
she bought the first beat professionally that I ever sold in 2007. That was my first industry placement. Was J Lo, and I just met her when we put out this new song recently. Like
What?
Yup.
Did you tell her?
I did. Yeah,
And what did she?
for sure.
What did she say?
She was like, "Congratulations" or something like
She
that.
cool,
Yeah,
yes.
for sure.
I love that. Well, listen, let's talk about. You guys definitely have something coming out today. Theodore and Andre, the EP drops
Shout out
today.
to Alchemist. Yeah, it's out. It's out.
You don't know who's white.
Video
but
out.
Oh God,
Yeah, that was
I
a
thought
genuine
was
moment.
Puerto
Like it
Rican or
was.
something.
It just caught me.
Oh God.
It caught me so off guard because they already got songs together. They've been around each other at events, mad times, and the whole time he never knew Alchemist was white.
got so
So
much swag.
that was really funny to me.
No, it went viral on the internet. We were like, everybody was laughing. We're like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's bananas. He fucked me up with that.
What he said, he was like,
Yeah,
oh
the
shit.
white dude.
Yes. Let me ask you this. Your son, even though he's been dominating the music game, you did miss some key moments with that. When you guys reunited and you came out, was there that father-son talk that you had? I mean, you had to. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
No matter what,
I mean,
who he is, he's your
We-
baby
we
no matter
having
what.
it every day
Yeah,
still though.
man,
This whole
yeah.
thing is therapy. These interviews, like you know, and it's half of this is like us just wanting to stay busy.
Right.
Just so it's no room for error, no room for like it's like if we ain't doing the interview, we doing a video, we in the studio, we doing whatever we got to do to just stay busy and keep this bond, this connection, and this progress going.
Trying to keep me out the streets. You feel
Yeah.
me? Like,
No, try not to go back in there.
oh God.
You know, that's really what it is. And I do, like, when I do follow you guys and I do watch and I read and, you know, I will tell you guys some behind the scenes. You guys were supposed to come a few weeks back, but we had to reschedule it. And ever since then, we've been sending like clips to each other and articles and we've been following. We're just like, man, they're fucking amazing. Like,
That's what's up.
seriously.
Appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
Thank
No,
you.
and we were so humbled because we've seen you do all these big platforms. You know what I mean, like the Good Morning Americas, and I'm like, that's cool.
This
They coming to Kday.
this is a big
This is the first hip hop
platform,
station in the
man. I
world,
mean,
Craig.
like-
1580, nigga.
Yes, right,
I was in the
legendary.
backyard Bobby Jimmy.
That's we just celebrated too our 40th last year, so we still doing it. Let me ask you, what moves do you think the community should make to help Black and brown fathers stay out of jail? Oh, and I'm asking you because you had experience with it, as did I.
Right. I mean, it's funny you asked that because Big Hit got this idea of a million man march, a million father march. Just really like everybody that's in the community, no matter what race, no matter where you come from, if you don't have that father figure, just finding out a way to, just give people that feeling. Like, that's all Big Hit idea.
I think that's a dope. Would you guys do it here in LA, or would you do it somewhere else?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be worldwide with it. Shit, it's going to be in Pasadena.
Started in Pasadena,
it's going to be everywhere. Like,
you know what? I think that's definitely needed among Black and brown. And people don't understand that our fathers are so important to us. Like, so, so important. And we need you in our lives every single day. It doesn't matter how old he is, how grown he's going to be. It don't matter. He's still your son. You're still his pops.
God. I mean, a lot of dudes don't even got their fathers, so we gonna put something together for them, like just dudes getting out of prison that, like, ain't got no kids, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And dudes ain't got no father. We just gonna link up something for the fathers and the kids, like the foundation, where they go and take them out to basketball games or whatever, the movies. Whatever,
anything a father would do.
Anything a father would do,
Let me ask you this, like, now that you're out and you're doing your music and you're traveling, like, I know there's people that are like, Big Hit, put me on. Man. Put me on. Come on, put me on.
You got to get on first.
He's like, hold up.
I'll be trying to tell him, like, man, just, like, tell people to give you at least a year, bro. You know what I mean? You was down 9 years on this last one, but really been down 30 years of his life. Like, let him get on this legal route and really get acclimated and, let this bread start rolling in and this history start being made. You know what I mean?
You guys working together, you guys, visuals to music videos to being in the studio. I know your family has to be excited that y'all are teamed up right now.
No, for
How's
sure.
the family feeling?
Man, they all in support. They see it,
And that's important for me to ask, because family's important.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I mean, and his mannerisms and his natural way he carry himself, like, people kind of might take that the wrong way sometimes and might think it's just like too street, too gangster, but it's like he a real person, you know what I mean? So, at first they was kind of like, man, I don't want you over here. I don't want you doing certain things. But then it's like, they see us move professional. They see us throw professional events that people, that's respectable. And it's like, now the fam is just like, man, whatever y'all on, it's all love. We respect.
We're rocking. Yeah. We're rocking with it. And then, so let me ask you this: all the music videos you're doing, do you direct them?
My boy Razak, where I thought Roz was in here. He from Jersey, my boy. I thought he was just in here, but yeah, he do all our stuff, man.
Yeah, we just saw something like you had it pinned on there. We're like, something's coming soon.
We freestyle though. We got input.
For sure.
Is there anything that you want to take away from this interview, people watching right now, that you want them, something that you want to leave them with about you? If they don't listen to the music, they don't ever pay attention, when they walk away watching this interview, what are they going to know about you?
Man, Big Hit never give up, man. You know what I'm saying? It's, shout out to my people on lock, man. Just stay focused, keep that little spirit in the back of your head, that mindset, man. Keep pushing. Can't nobody really stop you, man. Just go for your goals, for real. Don't let nobody discourage you.
How many songs have you guys released since you've been out?
Released?
No, recorded. My bad. Recorded. Well, how many have you recorded? Because there's songs you probably record, but you haven't put out yet. How many?
About 400, 500.
Yeah.
400 or 500?
Yeah. Straight up.
Damn, how long?
He record all day. We both got our studio in the same building, but I got my room, he got his room, and we go back and forth, and we just like do our thing, you know what I mean? And it's like I'm sending him beats, he bringing me ideas, and we just like fixing them up, doing what we got to do.
You have other kids?
Yeah.
Do they ever get jealous that you spend a lot of time with Hit Boy?
Yeah.
And the only reason I ask as a father, because me and my sister, we fight over and I'm like, I'm her favorite. My sister's like, no, I'm her favorite. Do you ever get that, like, damn, Pops, you spend all the time. He must be your favorite son.
Nah, I mean, my daughters, you know what I'm saying, they understandable, but, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love that. How are you receiving the fame that you're getting? I hate to call it that, but that's just what it is.
I mean, it's heartwarming, you know what I'm saying? I don't get no bad vibes, you know what I'm saying? Nah, it's cool. I ain't got no complaints.
Now, let me ask you. We're gonna wrap this up, but I want to ask you. You are an independent artist along with Hit Boy. How does it feel doing everything in-house with you guys? You know, and you are working with a PR. You guys do everything on your own. Everything is in-house.
Mm-hmm.
You're not using a big corporation. You're not. How does that feel? Like it's a lot of decision making,
It's a lot of decision making, time consuming. You know what I mean? We funding everything, you know, out of pocket. So it's a real uphill battle. But at the end of the day, I could lay down and feel great. Like, okay, I'm really putting this into something that matters to me. You know what I mean? I'm not just wasting my energy or wasting my time. Like I'm gonna be able to look back at this and appreciate what I was doing.
We were talking about this article that you had spoke about how they don't give the producers, you know, the love that they should be getting. And we were talking about it would be kind of cool if you did an album with just producers.
No,
you know
for
what I mean?
sure. Yeah, that's funny. I thought about that.
Okay.
I thought about that. I like that. Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean? Just doing something with producers and doing an album. And
I mean, that's essentially what me and Alchemist is like doing. Even though we rapping over our beats, it's still like, you know, catered to producers as well.
I love it. Well, listen, man, thank you guys so much for stopping by. First of all, I'm super honored to have you guys here. And what you're doing is bigger than what you think. You know, people are watching you and people are acknowledging. And just to see you in the studio with Snoop, to see you guys, you know, receiving all this love. I love it. And I personally feel tied to it only because I was a child that grew up with my father locked up, you know, and for us, it's hard because we don't want to follow their footsteps.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And sometimes people will try to use that against us and be like, oh, your dad's, you know, locked up. So for me, it was really important for me. I do radio now. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But I was on a bus going to Wayside and I was seeing my dad.
Straight up.
You know, I was on a bus going into Tehachapi, seeing my dad, you know, and my dad always reiterated to me, he was like, you don't want this lifestyle, baby girl, at all. Right. You know, so with that being said, like, I feel like, you know, you're such an example and you're breaking barriers with being, you know, we're products of fathers that have been locked up. I mean, I feel like we're a little bit more special because of it. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Like,
I mean, it's a different struggle when you got to get on that Greyhound and you got to go to, you know what I mean? Like, see them brick walls and it's cold in there and them fluorescent lights. Like, people
and then you
got
to leave. I think that's the part that got me the most.
You know
I had
what I mean?
to leave.
Seeing them through the glass and all that, like, that's like stuff that never leave you.
But isn't it crazy how when we go and they are behind the glass, and we can't take them back home with us, but whatever they fed us right then and there, it just gives us that energy. We walk out and we're like, because I walked out like I'm my father's daughter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I love that. Thank you guys so much. Let me ask you really quick before you leave. There got to be some type of movie or something, right? There got to be.
Man,
Tell me. We're breaking it right now. I'm manifesting this.
We got people approaching us, talking about some stuff, so we know we're going to figure it out.
This is a movie.
Word.
Sure.
This is a movie, but you got to have your hand in the pot.
Oh,
you got to help make these decisions.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Who would you have play you?
I don't even know.
And would it be a movie or would it be a documentary?
Man, we need to do both. It's too many stories.
That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about. No, and the fact that you guys, you know what I mean, from the West here, put your stamp, and now you're on the legendary 935 Kday, obviously, because this is the first hip-hop station in the world.
100.
So before you dip, let me just ask you, especially you, Big Hit, because you rode with us since 1580 AM. Like, what does Kday mean to the community? To Los Angeles, to the West Coast?
Everything, man. Kday is like the foundation. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? I remember running in the backyard, nigga, with the boo box, the big, you know what I'm saying, and trying to record this shit. It's staticky, and I didn't give a fuck. I'm still, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, slopping that Bobby Jimmy there. Look at all these roaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember all that. Uncle Jam's Army, the whole nine.
The Mixed Masters.
The Mixed Master Spade.
That's crazy.
Toddy T, all that shit.
That's great. For you, Big Hit, like, just being on the legendary 935 Kday.
It's amazing, man. You know, riding around before I could even make music, I was hearing this station and just like, you know.
I mean, yeah, come on,
hearing the throwbacks and all that, man. That's like, it always feels special.
And that's why it was important for us to have you here, because you guys are the aura of our listeners. You know what I'm saying? You really represent what the station stands for. So thank you guys so much, seriously, for stopping by. I appreciate you guys. You know what I'm saying? If you ever need a Mexican girl in the video, let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'll walk by.
That's the director right there.
Hey, director, come on. Black and brown together.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Yeah.